Episode 8. Episode 8. Breaking Boston. It's your boy Bryce out here. 3:42 marathoner. I would like to think that I'm faster than that now, but that's my best time. 3:42. We're trying to work down to the sub 3, 2:55 actually, to qualify for Boston. Are we gonna qualify this year? No. I think you have to like get your qualification in before September, and it's June. That would make, I got 3 months to, no. And after today's episode, even you yourself will be like, oh, all right, Bryce, you're not gonna be ready for this year. Next year's even gonna be tough. This had to be the most challenging week for my training. If this is the worst week that I have over the next 6 months as far as ability to train, I'll be pretty happy. It's Sunday. That means that long run Saturday was yesterday. There's no recording because it didn't happen. We'll dive into that, and along with, you know, all the other things that it takes to have a hobby like this as, like, you know, a young dad. A lot of people will just kind of give up on like having a hobby, especially when you're a young dad, because you're like, I just want to not do anything but focus on, you know, family and children. Every day's tough, especially when you have young kids. Every day's tough. You're not sure what you're doing. You're not sure if you're doing the right thing. But for those people that don't think that they should kind of still have a hobby and they just should focus on their family until things get easier or till things cool down, I'd like a word of advice to them, and that's pouring from an empty cup. That's where I'm at. Pouring from an empty cup. If you quit everything, you don't work out, you don't have a hobby that you kind of look forward to, and you're always with your kids. And with your kids does not mean that you're filling them up. Just because you're in the room playing on your phone doesn't mean you're filling them up. Okay, Bryce, coming in with the hot takes. Coming in with the hot takes real quick on episode 8, huh? Right at the beginning. Nobody even knows the workout for today. You really have that bad of a week, man? Just starting out hot. Look, I've been the guy that was like, life is so hectic with kids and a wife and a house and all this stuff. It's so hectic. So I'm just gonna do nothing. Go to work, come home, and be around. I have tried that, and it works for some, but it doesn't work for me because I find myself, you know, I'll play with my kids or help them with their homework or go outside and play with them or something like that. But it always eventually kind of gets to a time where, you know, we're sitting on the couch and nobody's really pouring into each other. The more that I kind of pour into myself at some point in time, and I'm not taking all day, but I'm getting a good workout in where I can get out here and really think. I can become better, become more healthy, and I can really think about how I'm parenting, or how what type of husband am I being? What kind of son to my parents am I being? All those things I get to think about and really ponder on out here. Like we said, the house is so hectic with young kids. Sometimes you don't even get to think. So we come out here, we get to make myself a little bit better. We fill myself up with whatever that may be. For me, it's fill myself up with the word, fill myself up with like reflection on all the things that I just said. And those things fill me up, and they give me goals and directions to where I go home. And yes, maybe I'll spend a little bit less time with my kids, but it's super, super intentional. And like, I have these lessons and these goals from while I'm out here doing this that I remember, and I take those lessons and pour them into my kids and my wife. And my wife, she works out as well, so she goes out and kind of gets that time as well, and then is able to pour back into the kids and me. So episode 8, baby, hot takes, hot takes. Episode 8, hot take. Hill of Death coming up, no talking. All right. I'll cool off on my hot take, but let's discuss today. Work out a little bit. Maybe I can display it on the screen. I don't think I've ever put up one of my workouts, like how it looks. We got an hour and 23-minute run. I always whip out the camera when I'm going up a hill. I don't know why I do that. But then in my videos, I'm just like hearing myself, you know, like gasping for air. Jeepers creepers. All right. You know, we had a good week last week. 61, 62 miles, something like that. All right, we're going back downhill. This will be a lot easier. We have an hour and 23-minute endurance run today. So nothing crazy. Warm up. And then like an hour and 10 minutes or so of running. Just at like a high eights pace. But this week was super tough for me. Super tough one. And I know. As soon as I say the word super tough, I already feel that like accountability just creeping on me. Like that David Goggins mentality. It just, you can always do better. But this week was tough. This week was super tough. So obviously I got a job, and my job is gonna take priority. Feeds my family, of course. So this week somebody ordered, we had a customer that ordered a lot of items from me, an excessive amount of things, to the point where all day Friday, so Thursday night, all day Friday, and Saturday morning, full work mode. And you might be thinking like, oh, so you work like a long day Thursday, long day Friday, long day Saturday. No. All day Friday. And half of Saturday. And a ton of Thursday. So with that being said, I was just working hard. I think I ran like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. And then I did not run Friday and Saturday. And Saturday is very crucial. Bryce, come on, you know, what happened on Saturday? Why didn't you get that running? Well, I got up, I was able to, so Thursday I worked all day. By the time like 10 p.m. came around, I was able to get a couple hours of sleep because I was running on fumes. So like 10 to 2:45 in the morning. And I, you know, 4:30, 4:45, that's better than nothing. Don't get me wrong. But the night before was this was the same structure. So Thursday night to Friday morning. So I'm just running on fumes. And then I'm supposed to go out and run, 20 miles. Also, I'm always trying to think about my nutrition, like during the week. And I didn't think about it at all Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. So just eating really unhealthy. Anything that I saw, I was eating because I wasn't having like your natural breakfast, lunch, dinner. I was more snacking and working, just snacking and working. And that's like the worst possible way to eat. And the worst way to get yourself ready for a 20 miler. But I was like, hey, if I can't get 20 miles in, I can still get something in, right? Exactly. And then I came home. Oh, and on Saturday, my kids had to go to work with me. If you're a parent, 2:45 getting your kids up and taking them to work, come on. Come on. You know that was taxing. Very, very rough on me. They're amazing, but that is very rough on me. So we got home after finishing what we needed to do. It was well after lunch, and I'm not even gonna lie, I can't remember what happened, but like at 8 p.m., I woke up on the couch, both my kids, one to the left, one to the right, passed out as well. It was 8 o'clock, and let me tell you, when I woke up, I was not like, oh, I'm so refreshed. No, I felt like dog crap. I felt like I needed more. I felt sluggish, hungry, dehydrated, just feeling terrible. And my kids slept all through the night until this morning. So the whatever it takes mentality, holy crap. So let's just say this, I failed this week. And what is a fail? It's not getting your weekly mileage in. So I failed. And you can even look at this and say, yo, Bryce, give yourself some grace. Like, you know where your priorities are, and this week went according to those priorities, and you really couldn't get a lot of running in, a lot of working out, just couldn't get it in. Or you could at the sacrifice of some of those other priorities, but it's still a fail. And I have to tell myself that these weeks stacked up on each other will not get me to where I want to go. Last week, the way last week went, especially in episode 7, you stack up those weeks and you know better results are coming. I am gonna show myself some grace, but I'm also not gonna fail to hold myself accountable and say that we couldn't have done a little bit more. Daggum, freaking hill. So as far as this week goes, I want to say we probably got around 30 miles. Still something. We'll throw it up right over here. Doop. Oh, my brother's calling. It's Father's Day, so you know, the nice folks out there giving you phone calls. I was talking to my brother on the phone, and yeah, never started recording again. We finished our workout though. Seems like I end most of my videos by saying that I need to do better next week. It's gonna be the same here. Hour and 23 minutes, 9.02 miles. Average pace 9:16, easy run today. Yeah. Hey, episode 8.